Hi makers! In this video we will show you how to make a Tongan Kahoa style lei using ribbon. This video features a ribbon lei with a fresh tea leaf base as well as a full ribbon version with a ribbon base cut to look like tea leaf. This has been one of our biggest requests, and this will be the first tutorial of a series of Kahoa leis made from faux materials and artificial flowers. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along for this series. We are working on an Etsy shop that will have finished leis for sale, as well as lei kits to go along with our videos. Here are the supplies you will need to make this lei. I am using stiffened felt as the base of my Kahoa pieces. When making a fresh lei, I use foam plates, but because we are using hot glue for this lei, felt will work better and won't melt like foam plates would. You can customize the shape and size of these pieces. For reference, my felt is about 3.5 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall with a rounded edge. For an adult lei, I'm going to do 7 to 8 pieces. For the top ribbon, you can really use any width and colors depending on personal preference. I would recommend using a width of 5/8, 7/8, or 1 inch. This one is 7/8. I am cutting my pieces 4 inches long, and for this particular style and width of ribbon, I need 8 pieces of ribbon for each Kahoa piece. We will be folding and gluing each individual ribbon. I'm going to fold my ribbon into a deep V and then fold the left side onto the right side, lining up the edges to create this pointed shape. Add a dab of hot glue in between the ribbon to hold it in place. Now I'm going to prep my second layer of ribbon in silver. You can use the same width as your bottom layer or a smaller width. I am using 3/8 wide ribbon and cutting my pieces about 3 inches long. I'm making 2 versions of this lei. One lei will use 6 silver pieces for each Kahoa piece, and the other style will use 8 silver pieces each. Fold and glue these pieces into the same shape as the white ribbon. For my first layer in white, I am going to glue each piece into place following the shape of my felt. I will glue my silver pieces on top following the same shape. After your first or second layer of ribbon, you're going to sew it onto your base. For this first example, I'm using fresh tea leaf, and later I will show you how to do a ribbon base. In the description box, I will link a tutorial for the fresh tea leaf base. Using curling ribbon and a needle, I'm going to sew on each piece. Here are some ideas for the final layer of your individual lei pieces. You could use a ribbon rose. I also have another style of ribbon flowers that I used in my whakahapai video. This particular set is for a bride and groom, so I will be using these jeweled flowers on one of the leis. For the groom, I hot glued a trio of silver ribbon flowers. These are from Amazon, and I will link it in the description. For the bride's lei, I use these pearl flowers from Amazon as well. Let me know what you think of this combination in the comments. This is one of my favorite leis I've made, and it looked so elegant with the bride's wedding dress. Now I'm going to show you how to make a tea leaf base out of ribbon. First, I'm going to figure out the length of my base. I am lining up my felt pieces and estimating the space the ribbon will take up, and I'm at about 30 inches, which is how long I make a women's lei. For a men's lei, I do 32 to 36 inches depending on the size of the recipient. So my actual kahoa is going to be 30 inches, and I'm going to add 3 to 4 inches on each side to tie it on. I am using the twine I use for fresh leis, which I will link, but you could also use jute twine. I'm going to create a 3-strand braid about 38 inches long, so I cut my 3 pieces 45 inches long. Now that I have my braided twine, I'm going to cut my green ribbon into 10 to 11 inch pieces. For this lei, I did 10 inches, but the next time I make it, I want it to be just a little bit longer, so I'd recommend 11 inches. You will need 50 to 60 feet of ribbon for the base. I want to talk a little bit about my ribbon choice. When I am making a kahoa lei out of fake materials, I really want to mimic and represent a fresh one. All of the ribbon I use in this video is double-faced satin ribbon. The top layer is satin ribbon that you can find at any craft store and is soft and flexible. Your ribbon for the tea leaf layer needs to be stiffer because when your lei is worn, it will sit and drape like a fresh lei. If you use the softer satin ribbon for this layer, it will drape much differently. I have several videos coming up that are going to be kahoa leis made from a variety of fake materials and artificial flowers. This has been the biggest request in the comments because these materials are more accessible to most people than fresh tropical flowers. As I have been looking for these materials, I'm going to find materials that give you the most beautiful finished lei that represents the beauty, respect, and love that goes into making a fresh lei. If you're ordering online, you want a satin acetate ribbon like we used in the whakaha'apai video. If you're shopping in store, you will probably have to feel the ribbon to see if it is stiffer. I will link the ribbon I used. It is from Hobby Lobby, and it is just called double-faced satin ribbon, so it doesn't give any indication that it is stiffer. If you're going to shop at Hobby Lobby in person, this ribbon will not be in the ribbon section that is with the fabric. It is in the ribbon section that is by the artificial flowers and wedding aisles. And it should be on sale every other week, so don't buy it full price. So I'm going to create my tea leaf ribbon base by knotting the ribbon onto my twine with a girth hitch. I'm placing the ends of my ribbon facing the top and under my twine, and I'm going to pull the ends through the loop. found it easiest to wiggle the ribbon from side to side to get my knot tighter. Now I'm going to cut the sides of each individual ribbon to create a point and make it look more like tea leaf. I used a whiter ribbon for the top of this one because it is what I had, but I would recommend using the sizes mentioned earlier on the white ribbon lei. Once you have your first layer of ribbon, we're going to sew it on. We're sewing through the knotted ribbon and twine so it is thicker than the fresh tea leaf. And once you have multiple layers of ribbon and glue, it's harder to sew through. So with the bottom layer of the ribbon on, we can determine our spacing. And I'm going to overlap the pieces a little bit and sew them on with needle and string. Now I'm going to hot glue on my next layers. This lei is going to be 3 layers of ribbon finished with flowers. I am finishing this lei with paper flowers. These are also from Hobby Lobby and they are in the scrapbooking section. Here is our finished lei. I love the color of this green ribbon and think that this is a beautiful version of a Tongan Kahoa lei. Let us know what you think in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.